Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Challenge with Livorno. In today's episode we have an absolute ton of fixtures to review since the last time we met, and of course we've got the live com against Juventus to play. But before we get into any of that, we are currently in the 27th of March with not long to go before the Juventus fixture comes up, and a consortium has targeted a Livorno takeover subject of an £8.5 million takeover bid according to the Italian Football Messenger. The London-based consortium led by business tycoon Colin Garlick is reported to have stated that it intends to invest upwards of £2.5 million in the club. So we're not getting a sugar daddy if this does go through. That's not on the table. But a consortium, I guess, is not a big surprise considering how profitable of a club we are. Currently in the top league in Italy, we're currently got a balance of 15 million. That has steadily risen from August to September since we started playing in the Serie A, and we're a very profitable club, so you can imagine consortiums wanting to take us over. It's just a bit of a shame that they're not a tycoon. So after the game against Bologna in the January transfer window where we did get beat, we then followed that up with a 2-0 away victory, a very impressive victory might I add, against Sampdoria. Rajcevic getting the goal for us in the 15th minute and Omar Colley own goal in the 64th minute, getting the 3 points for us. But as you can see by the stats, Sampdoria did probably deserve something from this game, but they didn't get it. We then went away to Roma and got a predictable 2-0 defeat. Dzeko put them in front inside 14 minutes. El Shaarawy doubled their lead in the 64th minute. Giridi got himself sent off in the 73rd minute, so there was no chance of a comeback, and we lost. We bounced back though with a home victory against Sassuolo in Serie A. Brem Sumaro, who hasn't had a game at all this season, he had to come on down to injuries and suspensions, and he got himself a goal in the 85th minute. It got us the victory. I thank him very much. We then went away to Torino, who were very, very close to us in terms of league position at this time of playing this game, and they absolutely dominated. Mbaye Niang got themselves in front in the 23rd minute. Christian Ansaldi in the 73rd, then Reece Nelson in the 92nd minute secured the 3 points for Torino and continued what's going to start to be a pretty difficult run of form for us. We had a home tie against Fiorentina, who beat us early in the season away from home, and they've done the double over us this season. They beat us 4-3. Jermaine Pesella got 2 own goals and Pasquale Miorino got the other goals for us, but Federico Chiesa, Jordan Veretout and Divock Origi got the goals for Fiorentina. 88th minute for Divock Origi, which robbed us of that point. But to be fair, on reflection based on the stats, Fiorentina probably did deserve the win. Next up was AC Milan away from home, and they were top of the league at the time of playing this game, and we managed to hold them to a 0-0 draw. Ricardo Rodriguez got sent off for them in the 88th minute, and I did go very attacking at that point, sensing a little bit of blood. Maybe we could have nicked the 3 points, but based on the stats, a draw is more than good enough. We then played Lazio at home, who were well above us in the league table at this point, and they managed to get the 3 points against us. Luis Alberto, Joaquin Correa and Iago Falque managed to get the goals for them. Shea Picasa got a goal for us in the 85th minute to give us a little slim bit of hope, but then that Falque goal in the 87th minute well and truly put any end to that notion. We then had a home tie against Cagliari in Serie A. Lorenzo Del Pento got us a goal in the 65th minute after Miorino got sent off in the 62nd minute, so we actually bounced back really well from that and managed to get the 3 points in this game. It was a valuable 3 points based on the sort of fixtures that we've been having recently. Next up was Atalanta away from home. Atalanta have struggled in the league this season, so I was hoping for a bit of a better performance from us, but they absolutely dominated us. Alejandro Gomez got them in front in the 45th minute. Josip Ilicic doubled their lead in the 40th. Martrinski got himself the first goal since he signed for us in the January transfer window in the 59th, but Andrea Petagna put it beyond doubt in the 62nd, and we showed no signs of getting back into this game. And finally, the last game before we'll play Juventus in today's live com was a 1-1 home draw against newly promoted Palermo. Mbalo put them in front in the 46th minute, but Albertazzi equalised in the 63rd. And yeah, a draw was probably a fair result. And this is how the league table is looking after that run of fixtures. We are currently in 10th position on 45 points. We are, 19 points clear of 18th place Frosinone. So relegation is done. We are not getting relegated. We will be in Serie A next season with 8 games to go. But we are 7 points off, Torino in 7th place. So it's highly unlikely we are going to challenge for the Europa League spot. So mid-table finish / top half finish is what we are aiming for now. But as you can see, today's opponents, Juventus, are currently in 6th position. They're having an incredibly poor season by Juventus standards on Football Manager. I know they generally dominate the league for at least a couple of seasons, whilst a lot of their big players are still in their prime. They've still, of course, got Ronaldo, who I'm not sure how well he's performing in the league this season. 15 goals in 30 appearances is not actually what you would expect from him. By the looks of their team selection, they are actually playing on the left side of the attack, with Gonzalo Higuain leading the line. So maybe that's their problem, you know. They should probably be playing him up front. But in terms of today's team selection, Declan Rudd will start in goal for us. Lorenzo, Dickman, Giannelli, Bogdan and Gasparo will be our usual defence. That's the one you'll have seen most. Agazi, Martwinsky and Juridi in centre midfield. He has been playing there quite a bit. Not really performing that well, actually. Del Pinto will probably be the more consistent pick, but I do want to give him game time in the slightest bit of hope that our director of football might sign him in the summer. Mirino, Shea-Bakasa and Vicevic will of course lead the line. So we kick off against Juventus. We are away from home. They did dominate us in the reverse tie, so there's absolutely no expectations coming from me in today's game. You know, I just want us to be competitive, if nothing else. Juventus are not having a great season, so if we can at least give them a game, that would leave me leaving happy. But in terms of our league position, of course, we're in 10th position, pretty much bang on mid-table. It's unlikely that we're going to drop below 10th position because there's a big gap between 10th and 11th. If Declan Rudd keeps us in the game so far. But yeah, there's a big gap between 10th and 11th in the league table this season. So hopefully we can stay 10th and at the very least get 10th or above. Highlight now, Mirino with the corner. Bonucci clears, it's played back in. Please Agazi get there first. Paulo Dybala, of course, gets the ball before him. He sets away Higuain, knocks it back to Emre Can. He's in behind. Emre Can beats Declan Rudd. He puts Juventus 1-0 up. Bit too easy. That was all came from our attacking corner. The ball was played into the back post, but it was cleared well by Bonucci. And Dybala has, of course, got the magic compared to our centre-halves. You know, he can perform anything he wants. Declan Rudd should probably do a little bit better to keep out that strike from Emre Can. But never mind, we're 1-0 down. Another highlight, Pjanic with the corner in. Bonucci meets the ball at the front post, but it goes just wide. And we get away with that. Emre Can in the centre now plays it out to Savic on this right-hand side. He tries to play the ball in, but Juridi manages to block it. Rajcevic has got a lot of space on this left-hand side if he can do anything with it. He plays the ball back to Gasparo, our left-back, who's getting held up by Dybala, who manages to win the ball and sets away Cristiano Ronaldo, who finds the pass into Gonzalo Higuain. He goes round the keeper and he makes it 2-0 Juventus. This might be a little bit embarrassing. So this all came from us giving the ball away. Paulo Dybala chasing down Gasparo on that left-hand side. And Gonzalo Higuain is too good of a player to let loose in the box like that, particularly against the sort of players we've got. So it's not surprising that they scored that one. Emre Can down the left-hand side this time switches the play to Douglas Costa. He gets the ball in and Declan Rudd keeps us in the game there. Oh my god, I didn't even commentate the corner. Because I assumed naturally that it was just going to go by the wayside. But Pjanic plays in the ball, as you'll see coming up here, 3D highlight. And Cristiano Ronaldo, well, he is marked, but he's completely unchallenged at that front post. And he puts Juventus 3-0 up as Pjanic puts the ball back in. And Emre Can puts Juventus 4-0 up. And this might get a little bit embarrassing. Decent free kick by Pjanic. This Emre Can completely unmarked this time. Not only unchallenged, but unmarked. And he puts Juventus 4-0 up. And the highlights keep on coming. And they're not good news for me. I haven't seen one go for us yet. Oh my god, Declan Rudd. You're going to have to watch this. You're going to have to watch this goal here. Declan Rudd, completely friggin' hopeless. One of our best players in the side. Gets the ball back from the central defender. He dilly-dallies on the ball at the edge of the box. Gonzalo Higuain closes him down. Not even at some great haste. You know, Gonzalo Higuain isn't the fastest player in the world. And yeah, Declan Rudd absolutely murders us there. As there's another highlight straight after the kickoff. And it's going to be another Juventus attack, even though they're 5-0 up already. Douglas Costa on this right-hand side receives the ball from Ronaldo. He plays it back to Ronaldo. And Declan Rudd, please Declan. Get a grip on what you're doing, lad. 6-0 against Juventus inside 40 minutes. We've never been this poor throughout this whole entire season. This is probably what I was expecting beginning the season. But Declan Rudd, you're one of our best players, mate. You're going to have to step up if we're going to be competitive in any game for the rest of this season. And there we are, half-time, Juventus 6, Livorno 0. I'm just going to fly through this second half. Going to make a change. We're going to get Diamante on for Marino in that attacking midfield position. Maybe he might get us a set-piece goal, you never know, as Juventus play in the corner again. And Cristiano Ronaldo gets on the end of it and makes it 7-0 Juventus. Pjanic with another set-piece, being absolutely lethal, hits the post and manages to go in. Declan Rudd can't be blamed for that one. How he's on a 6.3 average rating, I do not know. Football Manager needs to fix their goalkeeper ratings as usual. But our entire team, for the first time this season, is pretty much all in the red for that average rating, which is no surprise. 7-0 against Juventus. Now, Juventus have, of course, got an absolutely fantastic side, but we have competed against the top teams in Serie A this season. We beat Lazio, we beat AC Milan, we beat Napoli. Pjanic with another free kick and another goal. 8-0. 8-0 Juventus. Declan Rudd, what are you doing to me, mate? Come on, that was not that good of a free kick. Pjanic in the bottom corner. Declan Rudd does not die for that whatsoever. He just falls to the ground, tries to make the save. 13 shots on target for Juventus and 8 goals so far. You know, we've competed against other teams in the league where they've had a similar sort of shot on target attribute and we've not conceded half as many. But never mind, it's 8-0. This is going to be the end of the game here, whether they score or not. Emre Can on the ball finds Bernardeschi on the right hand side. There's the full-time whistle. Juventus 8, Livorno 0. The most embarrassing result of the series so far. And that result still sees us lying in 10th position, 6 points clear from Atalanta in 11th. We're now on -5 goal difference. The first time I've seen us a negative goal difference for quite a while. We're still not completely shut away from 8th position, but 7th is definitely off the table now. So looking forward to the next episode. We are just going to do the end of season against Genoa away from home. It's for highly unlikely we're going to be fighting for anything at that point. So we'll play that match, we'll review the season, then of course the episode after that will be the summer transfer window. If you have enjoyed today's video, I don't know why, please consider leaving a like, and if you haven't enjoyed my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.